Mondo, how's it, brother?
I'm doing good. How
My
are
God,
you,
I can't. Yeah, I'm great. I'm fucking can't believe you're here in Tagbina, in Mindanao, in Philippines. Last time we met was 3, 4 years ago in China,
Yeah.
in Shenzhen.
It's been a while.
Been a while, man. And now you're sitting here right in front of me, guys. Look at this. Mondo is right here in Klub Safari, guys. We're old friends. 10 years. We were teaching English together
In China.
In China, and that was our income in those days.
When China was fun.
Yeah, when China was fun. Yeah, exactly. Well, that went down the drain pretty fast. Well, since 10 years ago.
Emperor Z killed it.
Yep.
Notice I didn't say president.
Yeah, emperor.
Emperor.
Yep.
He's emperor for life.
Exactly. Yeah, emperor. New Mao Zedong, and then the second Mao or small Mao or whatever you want to call him, Xiao Mao.
Mao Light.
Mao Light, Xiao Mao, Xiao Mao, small Mao. Okay, cool. Well, we shouldn't talk too much about the emperor here. Well, I don't think he's going to keep tabs on us here in Manila, here in Mindanao. But still, so what do you make of Mindanao? You've been here a couple of days now. How do you? It's totally different from the cities.
This is Mindanao or not Davao Island?
No, it's Mindanao Island. Davao is the city on the island, the capital city.
I got you. I keep saying Davao Island.
Yeah, no, it's Mindanao Island. You know, probably if you go on your, the official U.S. government website, they will tell you, don't come to Mindanao, it's too dangerous.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about it? You're sitting in fucking Mindanao in a semi-jungle area. How do you feel? Safe or unsafe or?
Yeah, I'm cool. I just don't wave flags of Trump around. So
Yeah.
you don't act like an American. You're fine.
Yeah.
I haven't seen any reason to be worried. But then again,
You never know.
you never know. You might run into the wrong Filipino somewhere. But for now, I haven't run into anybody.
Yeah, well, compared to Manila, I think it's a lot safer here.
Yeah.
Or any big city in the Philippines.
Cleaner,
Cebu,
safer.
Much cleaner, yeah. Way, it's clean. I mean.
Yeah.
So you know Manila, and how many times you been in the Philippines?
This would be like my 4th time.
When was the first time?
Last year.
Oh yeah, last year only, huh?
I always told myself if I ever go to the Philippines, I may never leave. And it's coming pretty close to that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You think of retiring here at some point?
Yeah, maybe working here and then retiring. I mean, but not as a teacher for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
But
You can teach online, you know that. Yeah.
yeah, but that's
Kind of boring.
it's not. I like the interaction between people.
Yeah.
Online, it's like feels more like customer service.
Oh yeah,
You know?
sure, yeah, absolutely. So the reason I ask if you want to retire is because a lot of my viewers are actually from U.S. A lot of them are ex-military guys, veterans or whatever, or a Navy and Air Force and police and shit. So you're a veteran as well, isn't it?
Yeah, but I never saw combat, so
Yeah.
sometimes I don't feel like I could call myself a veteran.
Yeah, but you've been in the army, right?
I was a peacetime soldier, so
Yeah. But you were in the army. And you went down to Panama and even Africa, right?
no Panama. That Africa stuff was basically like a trip.
Yeah, like a trip. But that was an interesting story, great story. Yeah, but if you don't want to,
But basically, like I said, as far as if any veterans want to come here and stuff like that, your money will go a lot further. The thing is, though, there's going to be a lot of stuff that you're going to be missing a lot of stuff,
Yeah.
little stuff, mayonnaise, ketchup, hot dogs.
no, you know that stuff. It's available in the malls.
But you know what I'm saying, though. Sometimes you look for, like, for instance, some people like Miracle Whip.
Yeah.
Some people like Kraft. Some people like Helmet.
Oh yeah, but you can get that stuff if you go to the right places. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but of course not in these little.
You just gotta look.
Yeah. You got to go to the big malls. You'll be
but
surprised.
also there's like, let me see, from an American perspective, like a 15, like one of my Filipino friends in Manila said that, hey Mondo, it's gonna feel like you went back in time.
Yeah.
And
Which is true. Yeah.
yeah, it's true. Like on some of the islands and some of the other places, the locals, it does feel like you've gone back like in the 70s or 80s.
No, fuck. Some of these places you've gone back 200 years, dude.
Well, yeah.
You see buffaloes, people riding buffaloes, plowing with buffaloes and shit.
No electricity, and also sometimes
Yeah, no electricity.
no water, and I mean, there's water.
There's
but
water, but they have to, yeah.
They have to heat it and much
whatever,
other stuff.
yeah.
So it depends where people move to. But I'm just saying,
But it's not necessarily a bad thing. It depends on the lifestyle you desire. You know,
On
if
the
you want a
contrary.
slower,
On the contrary,
relaxed.
If you lived in New York and suddenly want peace and quiet, then you come to the right place.
Yep.
But if you're used to that, then
Yeah, and then your cost of living is way fucking lower, right?
yeah.
Way.
So your American pensions will go further.
Yeah, a hell of a lot. Yeah, I know a few veteran guys or ex-military guys here, and they all love that. Like one guy said to me, instead of having $1, I have basically $50. Because the $1 is 50 pesos, right? So,
No.
well, it's not quite correct, but it's pretty good analogy.
It's close to that. But like I said, though, I suggest whoever wants to move here, come here first.
Yeah,
Tour
of course.
around, look around.
Find a place that you actually like. You're probably gonna meet a nice girl.
You might find an island. You might find a city. You might find a town. You might find, in other words, you might get off on a bus, and next thing you never leave.
Yep. Exactly.
So, it all depends on you, but basically, like I said, it's whatever the U.S. government's saying about Mindanao. I mean, I haven't seen any shooting or rampaging by communists or any other stuff. So I've seen soldiers, but they were basically at
checkpoints,
but.
Which is a good thing in my opinion, because the criminals or whatever, they know that there are checkpoints everywhere.
Yeah.
So the crime is very, very low here. Actually, it's almost, well, compared to Manila or whatever, it's fucking almost zero.
Yeah, and the thing about it is, like in the States, you see cops all the time. Here, you don't see them very often, but there doesn't appear to be a need.
No, the cops here don't bother you. That's great. I don't really want cops breathing down my neck every day. I don't need that shit.
So every time you're riding around somewhere, they're not trying to give you a ticket.
Yeah.
They're not trying to give you a ticket for parking.
Oh yeah.
Speeding, DUI. Every time they see you, hey, pull over.
Yeah.
Let's have this DUI test. They're not doing that stuff.
No, they don't give a shit here, which is good. Which is great. You have freedom here, much more freedom.
But like I said, a lot of individuals are going to look at the United States Department warning of Manila, and I'm like, well, I'll put it to you like this: you go running around acting like a Trumper, you go around running around acting like some kind of like
a hero,
high almighty Westerner.
Yeah.
Who knows? They might find you, but for the most part, I haven't seen.
No, here in Mindanao, the guys that come here are really people that want to blend in.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not like those fucking idiots in Thailand.
Yeah.
Those. Oh man. You will find those guys.
They like being deported.
You find those guys in Angeles City or even Manila or whatever. They
like being deported.
Yeah. You have those assholes up there, but generally speaking, down here in Mindanao, I've never really met any foreigner that I would describe as an asshole, really. Because here you gotta blend in. You gotta be like live with the locals. You know what I mean? You can't just be this foreign, what do you call them, expat, sexpat, expat
snob.
kind of thing. Yeah, snob. Yeah.
This is the wrong place.
This is the wrong place. The people are very nice here. Very
they're
cool.
laid back and they're cool.
There's no need to be a fucking asshole.
But you want to come here and be a snob and an asshole.
Yeah, no.
Just stay home.
Just stay home, or go to Thailand. Perfect place for that.
Stay home and complain on Facebook.
Yeah, no, go to Thailand. You're gonna find a lot of your fucking buddies there.
Thailand, Cambodia, Vietnam.
Yeah, a lot of your friends are there, so you can just do your shit there.
You can get deported together.
Yeah, well, the Thais, I don't know, they make their money from these fucking assholes. So you were in the army, I guess. Was it army, infantry, or
Army infantry?
Infantry, right.
3 years, but
3 years, huh?
One last year was mostly reserve. I was stationed in Panama.
Panama as well.
Panama Canal Zone.
Because you speak Spanish, I guess, or?
Yeah, I was supposed to go to Europe, but then they moved me up a step in rank if I agreed to stay in Panama.
Oh.
And I was like, but luckily, had I not been stationed in Panama, I would have ended up in Desert Storm, the first one with the first Bush. So I was kind of like, I guess that worked out. I mean, I wanted to go to Europe, but had I gone to Europe, I would have ended up in
Iraq.
Yeah. But I guess it worked out.
So what is it like living in Panama or having a tour there, or what do you call it? Duty?
It was kind of tense because I was there after that Noriega shit.
Yeah.
And basically, the Panamanians, when they would see Latin American soldiers, my last name is Perez, they used to call us Perro de los Americanos, dogs of the Americans. And I used to say, man, what are you guys calling us that for? And then all of a sudden they'd explain, blah, 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 and I would say, okay, all right. But it was kind of tense.
Yeah, sure.
Because there were...
The resentment.
Yeah, resentment. And plus, like I said, there were... Panamanians were killed, Americans were killed.
Oh, yeah, sure.
And basically there were warnings issued to all bases about, taking leave, going to certain places, certain parts of town. So
you went out with your weapon if you go out on leave?
No, you weren't authorized to do that, but at the same time, you were told to be on alert. And basically, we all started not wearing our Class A uniforms. We started dressing as civilians more because they was just basically better. And basically, we just identified ourselves as students, tourists, Canadians. I'm Mexican. I became Mexican all of a sudden.
Do you have the Mexican accent?
I said, no, I don't. but if you curse a lot, say pinche wey and cabrón, you kind of sound like a Mexican.
Oh yeah.
So basically, you know, me, I became Mexican all of a sudden.
So what accent you're Spanish? What is that? No, it's not Catalan, is it? No.
No, it's that Spanglish because I mean, they could tell I wasn't, you know, except for the cursing part. They could tell because I just spoke. Hablaba español como un americano.
Oh, yeah.
I spoke Spanish like an American.
Yeah.
But it was cool. I basically avoided all drama there.
So, but most people they speak English as well, or what in Panama, or
The major places, of course.
yeah.
It was almost like here. Once you stepped away from the major parts of the city,
Yeah.
you know, from the Panama Canal, it basically puro español.
Yeah.
Some local dialects and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So it was interesting there, but
So it's
I didn't re-up. I decided I was going to become a cop, then I became a teacher.
yeah. So you from the
Interesting
army
career.
you went into. How did you get into teaching? You went
Well, I was
to
going to be
study.
a cop. I was going to be a cop. I went to college, but then I changed my mind. But it was too late, so I just said, "Well, I'll just finish this and get my master's in education."
Oh, so you finished studying.
I got my master's was in education, but my undergrad's in criminal justice.
Oh, interesting, huh?
Yeah, so from being a cop to a teacher.
Yeah. Which one are you? So I mean, being a teacher in the U.S., right? First,
U.S., China,
and now
Vietnam
Kuwait.
for a little bit.
Vietnam for a bit, and now you're in Kuwait,
Kuwait,
actually.
yeah.
Yeah. So if you compare these places, let's say, how many years were you teaching in the U.S.?
18,
18, and China about 10.
about 10.
So if you compare China and the U.S. education system, classroom conditions, students, attitudes, shit like that, how would you compare it?
Well, it's the same thing. I hate the parents. And sometimes administration drives you crazy.
Yeah.
And the kids are okay. I never had really problem. A good teacher never has problem with the
Yeah,
kids.
yeah.
It's always the parents. It's always the adults. That
Always the
ruin job.
parents and the fucking school.
It's the adults
Yeah.
that ruin the job because some administrators are more interested in kissing the parents' butt.
Yeah.
And some parents think they're smarter than all the
Yeah,
teachers.
yeah, they wanna-
They haven't. some of them never graduated into anything.
Yeah,
That
like in
doesn't
China,
mean-
they kind of speak English, but they want to tell you how to fucking teach English, right?
right, because they saw a local video or something else.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I call it the flavor of the week because sometimes they'll see something on Taobao.
Yeah.
Not Taobao. What's that video? What's that?
Alibaba.
No.
Which one is? There are several, but the
The main one. The main
main
Chinese
one-
video one.
the main Chinese video one is that no, that's Tudo.
Yeah, I forgot, but
Those one,
anyway, they
yeah.
see something. They see something a school is doing,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden, because every time they show these things, it's like it's so successful. The kids are
Yeah.
jumping up and down.
It's all a
getting
fucking
all
scam.
Right, but it's
Oh,
funny. It's
God.
funny. They'll see this and then they'll come to a meeting or tell the
Yeah.
principal or tell us, why don't you guys do this like this
Yeah,
school's doing this?
I know it's all fucking scams. Well, like one of my parents came up and she said, "Oh, look at this child. He can learn to memorize the whole dictionary in 2 days." I said, "What? You believe that?" "Yes, look at him. He's reciting. He just reads one page and he can recite." I said,
Yeah, but the Chinese specialize in memorization.
Yeah, but
And the
come
trouble
on.
is that's not good because how
Yeah,
can you,
yeah, no,
how can you
I-
memorize a test? That
Yeah,
you,
yeah, but
that
but
you don't know
that
what they're
specifically
asking?
was a fucking scam.
Yeah.
That child has been memorizing that shit for weeks. Like you say, they memorize shit, but and then it's displayed in front of the whatever, and then
No,
now
remember-
suddenly parents believe it.
But memorizing is crap because how can you memorize something that you don't know what's coming?
Yeah,
You can't
exactly.
possibly, you can't possibly remember everything.
Yeah.
So that's why when they grab and buy all these SAT books,
Yeah.
all these TOEFL books, and they're sitting there going through them, and some of them are as thick as old phone
Yeah,
books.
yeah.
And it's like, you have to know how to use them and identify these concepts. You have to know how to identify and what they're asking you. I can't read every single piece of literature
No.
and be prepared when they suddenly ask me for it, but you have to know how to identify and look for literary
Yeah,
terms,
yeah,
social studies terms,
Yeah.
vocabulary, and also grammar. Especially, grammar is the one thing that they miss.
Yeah.
They sometimes talk
And then-
like,
and you-
they
and you
talk like
can s-
bots. They
and
talk
yeah.
like bots sometimes.
Yes, and when the grammar is shit, they can't use past
Right,
tense
they talk like bot.
or future continuous or whatever. Now, but what is really fucking funny in China for me was that you can see that some of them dived very deeply into the dictionary because they have all these obscure fucking words and terms that went out of fashion 100 years ago, and they still think these because they don't read they don't study in a relevant way, right? So they will try and bring up these obscure terms and shit, and you're like, dude.
But then when they read Old English, like for instance, they'll try to read Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah.
They'll try to read something from the 18th century.
Yeah.
And they're completely lost because it's like, I don't understand these words. I go, what's English? It's just
Yeah.
Old English.
Yeah.
So those of them that are taking the IELTS, those of them that are taking like British literature,
Yeah.
when you go back and they start trying to read that Shakespeare and all
Oh,
those
fuck.
early,
Shakespeare is way beyond. Even the
they start reading Chaucer and all these other
Yeah.
famous authors. They're like,
they're lost, totally lost.
yeah. And it's
I mean,
it's like,
one of my students in Shoko, in a American high school there, or what was it, one of those schools, this teacher called me and asked me to tutor this kid private. He's a Taiwanese, and they have the fucking totally utterly watered down version of Romeo and Juliet, right? I mean, this is like the plainest, simplest English you can imagine. I mean, you can do it, right? And he couldn't fucking even get that shit, you know. Now imagine you give him the original. Oh God, it was a joke. But anyway, yeah. So how does it compare to the U.S. or is that the same thing?
the U.S. I call combat duty.
Yeah.
Every parent believes their child can
It's a genius.
practice the Fifth Amendment
Yeah.
anytime and anywhere they want to in a classroom.
What does that mean?
They can say and do anything they want.
Oh.
In other words, if you say something, well, my child can do whatever they say and they want, it's like, well, yeah, but they can't be late. I said, if you work, you understand. You can't be late every day.
Yeah.
You'll get fired.
Yeah.
They got a D or an F because they were
Yeah.
late every day. Oh, I'm going to go talk to the principal. And, say, and then the principal, instead of backing you up,
Yeah.
saying, yeah, he's just following the rules.
Yeah.
Mr. Perez, how dare you give this? I'm like, they got 27 times absence.
Yeah.
They were tardy 50. There's only 65 in a semester, whatever it is.
Yeah.
What do you mean, why I came? They weren't even in class.
Yeah. He's lucky to get what you gave him.
And then, like I said, the thing about it is that all of a sudden, this No Child Left Behind crap,
It pulls down everybody to the same level.
It's a misnomer because basically
Everyone is left behind.
it makes us, it punishes the smarter ones.
Yeah.
And it also punishes the lower ones because they all throw them in one classroom.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, but there's different levels of intelligence and acquiring of
Yeah.
knowledge.
Yeah.
I don't think the smart kids should be dragged down.
Yeah.
And I don't think the slower ones
Should be left on the floor.
Should be forced to try to keep up with something that they can't do.
Yeah.
But there you have a class. The classrooms is in threes. A third are good,
Yeah.
advanced. A third are average,
Yeah.
or a third are below average.
Yeah.
But there you are, stuck with them, trying to come up with a lesson
That's
that
a
somehow
fucking nightmare.
that somehow all three of them can manage.
Yeah.
In those schools where they haven't broken up, they perform much better.
Yeah.
Because basically, but here's the thing: it requires evaluation, it requires testing and assessment.
Yeah. Yeah.
So sometimes it's hilarious because
In China, sometimes you have the same shit in English class, language class especially.
oh,
Right?
in Vietnam especially, it's even worse.
Vietnam, yeah.
Vietnam is like sometimes like I used to look around and say, well, what's wrong with those kids? Oh, they don't understand English.
Yeah.
So why are they in here? Oh, because they're trying to learn English. I go, how can they? You have me reading. You have me reading 10th grade material,
Yeah. For
and these guys can't even.
yeah,
do first grade English.
yeah, they're not even. Yeah, I've had it many times. The last time I taught in a real school in China was like fucking, I don't know, 10 years ago. I walked into my first class because I'm a tutor, private tutor. That was my main thing. I was great. I just have 1, 2, 3, 4. My biggest class, I think I had 6 students. I charged them per head. They paid me cash. It was great. But one day, one school, the principal, a very sexy woman, by the way, somehow I met her somewhere, and then she called me one day. Oh, Frank, I really need a emergency teacher for the semester. Can you help out? I said, sure. I'll do anything for you, babe. And, and I went there. The first class I walked into, there were 50 fucking kids. And they were that age, that fucking 13, 14, 15-year-olds, that they can't be bothered.
They don't want to be bothered. No,
Yeah, they don't want to be bothered. They can't be bothered. And then
when you have 50 in the States, you'd have 35 to 40 sometimes.
yeah, but 50 or 60 of them.
Yeah, that's.
And they're all giggling and they're not paying attention. After about 1 minute, I realized I had my epiphany. They don't want to be taught, and lo and behold, I don't want to fucking teach them, right? So I looked around the classroom and I saw a big video screen, and I rolled up against the ceiling. I said, hey guys, do you know how to handle this fucking thing? Yeah. You put the video, there's a video machine, and
Yeah.
I said, okay, great. I got a great movie here. It was called The Ghost and the Darkness, which was based on the Tsavo lions, the two lions. Yeah, great movie, and scary, but it's adventurous. So I said, okay, if you don't fucking bother me, you keep quiet, no noise, pull down the shades and shutters or whatever, and then we're gonna watch movies. Is that okay for you guys? Yes, we love it. Okay, cool. Now fucking sit in your ass, keep your mouth shut, and watch this movie. I'm gonna ask you some questions. That's it. The whole semester, all the classes I got, I circulated this movie. I would just show like 15, 20 minutes. I think the class was 30 minutes only. So I have them sit down, get this thing ready. That eats up about, and then before the movies, before I showed them for like 20 minutes. The movie went on for quite a while. So, that was my fucking class for the whole semester, just showing this movie over and over and over. And the kids loved it, But suddenly...
It's called survival teaching.
Yeah, at the end of the semester, the principal called me to her office. She said, "Oh, it's nearly the end of the semester. Have you given them tests already?" I said, "What test?" "Oh, you got to grade their English." I said, "What? Are you kidding me?" She said, "No." I said, "I don't even know their fucking names." She's like, "Don't worry, we're going to prepare the name list." So during the break...
Just give them all A's.
During the break, one Chinese teacher walks up to me, and she had literally a fucking list from the ceiling hanging down onto the floor, like 500 names, all in Chinese, of course.
Yeah, give them A's and sign.
Yeah, I'm just like, okay. I'm just like, okay. I started at the top, A plus, A minus, A plus. I jumble it. But imagine you sit there, you got to fucking write this down next to them. Oh man, that took me hours. But that was my hardest work I did the whole semester.
Yeah.
But
you know what's funny though, in the States, when you do this, I mean, they say they did away with social promotion.
Yeah.
But they didn't do away with it. They did with it as an official policy.
Yeah.
But in other words, if I'm a teacher and I have a class that you just described,
yeah,
they would blame me if I ended up giving 50 F's or zeros or D's, because somehow it's my fault that all these kids that are all over the map, ability-wise, are in one classroom, overflowed, not enough supplies, not enough books, not enough, et cetera, et cetera. Somehow it all falls on me.
Yeah.
So sometimes, like I said, I would just play the game. Basically what I would do is that I would talk to individual students about certain things, and I would just grade them on basically on interviews that I would do and like conversations, because usually I was on target.
Yeah.
Like, even if I didn't know them, I give you a C. That's about
Yeah,
right.
from your common knowledge or your intellect or whatever.
Sometimes I'd ask them about who read the book, and sometimes whoever answered, I gave them a grade.
Yeah.
Because at least they showed some, and sometimes they
some initiative or...
Sometimes they talk about something that wasn't in the book that was related to the book.
Yeah.
And it's like,
then they
so
actually read.
I would jot it down. Self-starter, looks outside the box, whatever.
Yeah.
And the next thing you know, man, your parents come screaming, especially the athletes.
Yeah.
The athletes were something else. It was almost like being, like, say, in North Carolina or one of these level 1 schools where, like, these guys have, like, GPAs that are through the roof, but then when they give an interview, they can't put a coherent sentence together.
Yeah.
And it's like, wait a minute, how in the hell did he pass English? How in the hell did he pass, reading? How in the hell did he pass history?
Okay, well, I don't know what's going on here. I think it's still recording. Should be fine.
Or did it stop?
No, it still says recording. I just heard a funny noise coming out of this machine. But anyway, let's wrap it up and then quick, in case. So the other coincidence is you actually met a lovely girl there in Manila, and then she lives right down the road here, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think the main reason you come here, you came.
I think that was kind of cool, because she told me where she lived, and I said, wait a minute, that street and area sounds familiar.
Yeah.
That was your place.
Yeah.
And then when I looked at the map, I go, wow, you live down the street.
Yeah, you asked her, do you know Klub Safari? And she knew it, or?
Yeah, after I met her, I didn't bring it up because at the time, but then after talking with her some more, it's like, oh, I do live by Klub Safari. I'm like, huh? You're kidding me.
Yeah.
You live by Frank's place? Oh, I gotta go now. I'm gonna go visit you.
Yeah. So now you're here, and hopefully later we can meet her and have a chat with her as well. She seems very cute and lovely. She's a college student right next door, right?
Yep.
So that's going to be great to chat with her as well. And then, guys, you can see this is one of the main reasons many foreign guys come here. I'm talking to another American guy right now. He's also in Kuwait, by the way, and he wants to. He just got married to a lovely Filipina down the road, and they met in Kuwait.
I didn't get married yet.
Not yet. Well, you've only met her for a few days.
Hopefully it works out.
Yeah.
But
she's
I don't
gorgeous.
want to jinx it.
Very pretty. Very pretty. Yeah.
I don't want to jinx it. But like I said, it worked out. I met her in Manila, and it was like
she's
it
gorgeous.
was the unplanned ones.
Right.
So boys, don't plan. Don't look too hard. Sometimes it just falls in your lap.
Yeah. Just come over and fucking, trust serendipity. Trust on your good karma, right? Good karma, man. Cool. So, guys, we're gonna try and interview the lovely Marie. Yes, Marie. And then you guys can judge how lucky or how fortunate is the fortunate son here in front of me. Yeah. Mondo, man.
I'll report back in 2 years. I'm divorced. He took everything.
No. No, these people are good, man. Sharp. Cool, man. I just got to check this cam. I don't know why it made
care,
that beep.
people.
Okay, brother. Thanks for chatting, guys. This is Mondo.
Signing off.
How do you say in Spanish?
Armando.
Armando. And then how would you say subscribe to this channel or whatever?
En español. Por favor, tomen la oportunidad para suscribir a este canal de Frank.
Oh, wow. Hey, your Spanish is pretty damn good, huh?
Consider I haven't used it in a while.
Oh, it's great. So, but I mean, you come from a Spanish-speaking family, I guess, or you learned it. That's cool.
Grandmother forced it. She
Oh,
said,
yeah.
She said, I'm not feeding you unless you talk Spanish. I said, okay, no problem. Here we go.
So it's
Quiero
great.
algo de comer. Instead of saying, can you give us some to eat? She's like, no hablo inglés. I'm like, quiero algo de comer. It's close enough.
Great, man. It's really cool. Okay, Mando, thanks a lot, huh?
See
Okay,
yous.
cheers.